I'm just a face in the crowd. You probably don't know me as I don't stand out.
And straight away I was like, nah, this place is good, you know. I thought this is crazy. So I walked down. All the boys are mucking around, enjoying themselves. And the first person I spoke to was Matty Dimian, and he was playing handball and he was looking at his lunchbox. I wanted something. There was nothing decent in there. and he said, and he was crouched down. He looks up with this massive smile on his face. And he's like, mate, you new at the school? I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, welcome to Redfield. And this really set the tone, I think, for Redfield for the rest of the time I was there. Everyone's so friendly. I walk in, you walk into Redfield first thing in the morning, and as soon as you turn around, Mr. Mullins is coming up from the stairs, and he's walking with his hand out to greet you from about 50 metres away. We've all been so blessed to be in. We really have to thank our parents for. I think, especially for my family, not all of us, we've had to sacrifice some of the luxuries of life to be at this school. I mean, we aren't all like Anthony Lee who can put an elevator in his house. I think really one thing that we can often take for granted, I think, is being in a stable home. I mean, how many of us know kids from broken families, or from where there are problems in the family and things aren't working out? I think one thing that we all have in common here tonight is that all of our parents are worthy of our respect. And there are a lot of parents who haven't sacrificed enough, who haven't worked hard enough to earn their own child's respect, but I'm sure that all of our parents have earned ours. And the amount of respect, for example, I have for my parents is that I can say that my parents are absolute role models for me. And not everyone my age is able to say that. My greatest goal in life, this is the honest truth, I know you'd all say go to heaven, but it's alright, relax, I'm going already. My greatest goal in life is to be as much like my dad as I possibly can.
Doesn't be for me, no. And when you're cold and lonely, they are not my arms.
Hard-working husband and father, who I've always looked up to. And if I'm half the man you are, one day I'll be very proud of myself. You've really been the heart of our family. You've taught me to be firm but gentle with people, and you really are the perfect role model for my sisters first of all, but also in general for the perfect woman. So thanks very much, Mum. All of our parents are role models. We all look up to them because they're worthy of respect. They've all sacrificed a lot for us. I know one special man here, Mr. Neville, a father of 10 children, and he's handling it by himself. Mr. Neville, I'm sure you're a real inspiration to every parent out there who's struggling. I know for me, Jared's a machine. with 6 eyes. He's a machine with 6 eyes. I've got 2 on my jersey. He'd have 6 if he had one. And I think that how positive you are all the time has really rubbed off on Jed, and it's rubbed off on me. I mean, I think Bird's already mentioned it. You walk in the class in the morning and Jared's doing something crazy. I don't know what it is. He's making faces and screaming and yelling, and you're just looking at him going, "You're right, mate." And I've got no other reason to be at home or anywhere else than it is my favourite place to be. And our parents have really worked hard at building our home as to be our favourite place. I mean, you hear a lot of boys our age, being embarrassed of their parents. Well, there aren't any of us here who would be embarrassed of their parents. We're all very, very proud of them, as I said, because they've worked hard. And I think our parents deserve, at the very least, us to be proud of them and look up to them, because no matter how many times we fall, our parents are always going to be proud of us. So we owe it to them. Our friends can often come and go, but our family will always be there for us. I think it's over the coming years it's important to develop a really strong attachment to our families, because at the end of the day they're going to be the ones to pull us through. Andrew, I know the old boys are going to help me. I understand that, mate. But first it's mum and dad. Something mum's always said, which is stuck in my head, and I've told Bird, you know this, mate. Mum always said, you get up in the morning and put on the biggest smile you got, and then you go to work, or school, and the people at school or work are going to put you down. They aren't going to like you. They're going to argue with you, and whatever, all the carry on. But then you come home, and your home is a haven. It's a place away from where people put you down. It should be where your brothers just are picking you up, and you're with dad and mum and dad and enjoying yourself. For me, I've never had to wake up in the morning with a smile and go to school and try and fight not smiling. It's pretty hard not to smile when you're greeted by these boys. I walk around in the morning and I'm shaking all the boys' hands, and it's just, that's where the 27,000 comes from. Every single morning, every one of us. And I think Redfield has really been a second home for all of us. We haven't had to go out and face criticism or be put down by the people around us, because the people around us are always picking us up. The staff at the school have also really contributed to this sense of family. We've always worked together. I know the tutorial system has been fantastic for that. Mr. Starks, you've been my tutor for 9 years. Thanks very much for always encouraging me and testing my abilities. Now to the boys. All these handsome blokes. How the hell are we doing? It's crazy, isn't it? I want to start off tonight with this man right here, with Birch. Now I've actually got something written down. I haven't got a little asterisk with say whatever you want. Now, I can recall the conversation I had with Birch as soon as we were elected captains. And when we walked out of the room, we were just scratching our heads going, is this really right? I don't know if this is really going on. And Birch said to me, Simon, he was shitting himself. And I was too. I was a bit nervous. Being the captain of a school like Redfield, it's pretty important. So, anyway, and I said, mate, don't worry, there's a reason why you're captain, relax. There's a reason why we're voted in. He goes, well, what is it, mate? I'm scared. I'm bloody scared. And I was like, mate, I can't tell you the answer yet. I'm still shaking. And I think tonight, Burge, I've got an answer for you after a year. I finally got one for you. Burge was elected captain because it was going to change their lives. I think we all know that it isn't giving that you receive. It's pretty straightforward. We all know that one. And I think, Burge, you probably out of everyone had the most opportunity to take. Captain's pretty prestigious, and everyone's gone, oh yeah, look at this bloke, he's handsome, he's huge, he's got everything. And I think you chose to give. And I think that's why this role was satisfying for you. I think this is why you probably got the most out of it, out of any captain we've ever seen. And that's why you're the best captain the college has ever seen. I'm going to ask you to continue to lead us after school. Mate, your job hasn't finished. So that badge there, mate, it's got a lot for it. I think it's pretty, honestly, the respect this class has had for Burge has been enormous, and it's evident with the way everyone speaks about it. Burge, you've been a mentor and a leader, and it's been an honour for me to be working under you this year. You've really set a benchmark for captaincy, and thank you for making me feel very needed this year. You hear all this carry on about, a vice captain doesn't do anything. He just sits around and, whatever he's behind the scenes. Well, that's probably true, I didn't do much. But really, Burge, I think what you did was, you always asked my advice, and I felt like what I had to say had a bit of weight. And I think the way Burge and I worked together this year, really, it was fantastic. So Burge, thanks very much for your leadership. I'm sure we're all very grateful, but it's not over, mate. You've got to keep going. All right? Finally, I think to all of you now, one of the greatest things that you as a class have offered me, you've helped form me into becoming the person I've always wanted and needed to be. You've taught me so much throughout my time at Redfield, I wouldn't take a single day back. And I want you to think about this for a moment. Each of us are only ever going to have one opportunity to go through school. At any particular school with any bunch of boys. What the hell did we do to deserve a bunch this good? How did it happen that we were all put together in this one class at this one school, at this great, at the best school in the world? I don't care what anyone says. It's honestly, I was telling Burge the other day, I just don't know what we did to deserve this. It's just too bloody good. Every night, I've really taken my membership in this class seriously. I really appreciate it. I've never taken it for granted. And one thing I've always done is, after I pray for my family every night, I pray for every single one of you. I've done that every day since year 7. I've never missed a day. Every single one of you. These blokes are conscientious. So, welcome. Finally, I'd just quickly like to thank all the staff who've helped us through this school. It's been an amazing journey, and I hope I can come back as often as I can, even if I've got nothing to do. Just want to come back and see us. Mr. Mullins, you've been tremendous. You're always laughing and smiling about who knows what, but you're smiling. I don't know how your hair doesn't get tired. That's a bit. Anyway, no, really, what you've done, what you've created at the school is a one in a billion. I really appreciate what you and your staff have done. You've had a genuine concern for our upbringing. You actually do care about how we've developed before we take on the world. But that's pretty special. These teachers don't just teach you what's in a textbook. These teachers are teaching you life lessons that you don't find anywhere else. As I said before, what did we do to deserve teachers like this? Nothing. It was given to us. So what are we going to do with it? It's up to us. We really have been given so much. It's now up to us to take what we've been given, really appreciate what we've got, and do something with it.
Your face in the